And now for the female reproductive tract. Okay, so this is kind of the most natural position of things that we can do for how dissected she is. So let's start with the umbilicus, the abdominal skin. We have her abdominal teats, right? And we can also reference the umbilical vein connected with the umbilical vein here. But what we want to do is we want to be able to fold this back because there's a lot of stuff on top of each other. All right, so it'll allow us to really visualize the anatomy better. Okay. All right, so and I want to move some of these viscera aside so we get a nice clear view. Okay, excellent. So these are her reproductive organs, okay, the anterior most ones, okay, and we have them on both sides, they're bilateral. I'm going to get this one out of the way a little bit. Okay, that's as good as it gets. Okay, perfect. So we have a beautiful, beautiful little ovary here, okay, and then notice we see this tubing, but we'll get to that in a second. It might not be what you think it is, because what we want to do is look on the posterior aspect of the ovary and see those little tiny tubes that are over here. Let me turn it over on the other side. Is it, or is it there? Oh, this is where it is. Okay, there we go. I wasn't making it up. There are tiny tubes there, right? You see that? That's actually the oviduct, okay? That's the oviduct. So that means, well, what is this, right? This is the horn of the uterus. So remember, she's a fetus. The other horn of the uterus is here. And when these guys, if these guys had grown up, they'd weigh a couple 100 pounds, I guess, and they would have a whole litter of fetal pigs. So animals that have litters typically have horned uteri like this. Okay, it's unfamiliar to us. So those two horns of the uteri are going to meet, okay? Let's remember, I'm picking this up here. This is the urinary bladder. So we're going to be dorsal to the urinary bladder. And you can see those two uterine horns are going to meet. I'm going to come under there, see where I'm poking. That's going to be the body of the uterus. There it is right there. The body of the uterus, okay? And then from there, the vagina, okay? So we have urethra, vagina, and they're separate, and then they're not. Look at that. Urethra, vagina, and then they're not separate. They're fused, okay? They merge and then they fuse into a urogenital canal, which comes out to the common urogenital opening. So that is the female reproductive tract.